This has been the best year of my life so far, and that's why you should watch this video too. So what happened this year? A few days before the new year, I embarked on this journey of going through a bunch of physical experiences. I was like, what physical experiences do I want to achieve? I was like, do I want to run a marathon? Do I want to have a fight? Do I want to, what do I want to experience, literally? And I set a goal to do a half Ironman that year. And this year, it's triathlon. It's crazy endurance sport in which you ride a bike, you swim, and you also run. You do all those three disciplines, and that's one sport. It's called triathlon. And I started training that. I did that for 2-3 months, and every day I would literally wake up actually at 5 a.m. and I would either go swim or run before my work, which would already start at 8 a.m. So I would often have to hurry to my training, after the training to the bus, eat in the bus, and barely get to on time to my work. And by the time 4 p.m. already came around, I felt awesome because I already worked out and I was already been on my day job. So I felt amazing, and I was incredibly consistent every single day. I would work out 6 times a week, and I would do that for 2-3 months. But then I realized I want to try some other sport. I'm not sure if I want to do this triathlon for so long because I haven't tried any other sports. So it was hard for me to stick to it for a year. So I didn't quit my goal. I just changed the sport. I just wanted to see, do I want some other sport to go long term into it for a year or even longer. So I tried another sport. It was grappling, a martial art like MMA, but just no boxing, no kicking, and been training that. So every single day I was consistent. I would wake up, I would go to work. After work I would go to training. I would literally go to 2 separate places. At one place 3 times, another place 3 times. So I had multiple training partners. I was really taking it seriously again, and that was like for 2 months, and then I injured myself. It was nothing extreme. I was like nothing broken, but I couldn't train for a month, something like that. So that was a break, and then I tried climbing. That's third sport. So after that injury, I was like, okay, let's try another sport. Let's try another sport. I was like, let's go climbing, and I tried that for like at least 2 months, and that was an amazing experience in itself. And again, I was so consistent, even though the people I started going with, they weren't consistent. Only one girl. I felt awesome again. Yeah. So why am I telling you all this? Because you see, this year I was literally consistent every single day. 6 times a week I would train. Either it was triathlon or grappling or climbing, and usually it was never. Literally, I was after a few days, few weeks, I would quit on my goals completely. So if you want to literally set a goal and every single day work on it, being consistent, not for a day, not for weeks, but for months, for the whole year, make it truly the best year of your life, then listen to the habits that I'm going to tell you right now and make sure you do them, because your life is going to be changed for. And not only that you will accomplish all the goals, think how will that change all the other areas in your life, literally. And next year it's going to be even better. So let's get into them. So if you watched this video till this point and you won't change anything, you won't adopt some new habits, then that means you haven't learned anything. So promise me you're actually going to do something about this in order to make the next year the best year of your life. Okay, promise me. Let's go. First, what you want to do is great sleep. You want to start focusing on your sleep like it's your, literally set that as one of the goals for the new year. Because if you do that, I promise you, whatever goal you actually want to achieve is going to be so much easier to achieve. The moment I literally start optimizing my sleep, my whole life changed. Every day I wake up, I have a bunch of energy. I literally do everything. It's way easier to stay consistent. It's way easier to not do the things that I don't want to do. It's way easier to control literally myself. I'm way more disciplined, willpower, and also I literally think better. Every area of my life gets better once I'm consistent on my sleep and once I improved it, and I keep on improving it till this day. So please, every change, every goal you want to accomplish, it's going to be way easier if you first focus on this. Second is something that you may think it's like some wishy-washy thing. That's not really real. Every time you start doing something, you probably get back to your old habits. Why is that? Because you just try to change your habits, but you don't change the person you actually are. So second thing is change your identity actually. Write in the Google Doc or wherever you want, just pen and paper, however you want, based on what goals you want to achieve. Write this new document. You can call it New You, Your North Star, Alchemy of Self, New Me, however you want to call it. And literally, you want to write how this person who accomplishes these goals thinks. So how he looks at the world. So what are his perspectives, literally. So if, for example, you want to be less on your phone, you want to start doing something else in your free time, you might want to write down, I'm somebody who doesn't like spending my time on phone. I'm somebody who hates spending time on his phone. I'm somebody who rather socializes, exercises. I'm the type of person who is very mindful of how I use my phone. So not only your perspectives, but also your minimum standards. That's something you could add. So only an hour a day. If you're more than an hour, you're literally pissed at yourself because you are not acting like this person that you want to become. You will become that person way faster if you actually work on your identity. And then once you change your identity, you will never have to discipline yourself to actually do the habits that you want to do. Actually, in this example, not be on your phone. So that's second thing, just change your identity. Now, I highly recommend that you do these two things, and then everything else you can start doing later. But first, focus on these things. If you do these two things, everything else is going to be way easier. So third thing is such a basic one, but you could say, but it's underrated. It's great nutrition. Don't eat junk food. It's like you're subhuman. You don't know how well you could think and how much more energy you would have if you actually stopped eating so much junk food and start eating some better, healthier food for you. And I highly recommend that you try intermittent fasting if you work on your goals in the morning. Especially if you're a knowledge worker, you use your brain instead of your body, like a brickman or some job like that. Also, I suggest you experiment with keto diet because lowering your carb intake is going to completely change how clearly you think, or at least delaying carbs till later in the day. So third thing is obviously great nutrition. Fourth is just exercising. Start exercising for 3 times a week. That's very simple. Literally do the activities that you actually like, because if you like them, it's going to be so easy to actually do them, to actually be consistent. Don't just do what others tell you. If you really like running in the forest on a beautiful day, and go do that. If you like swimming, go swimming. If you like martial arts, go martial arts. Don't just go to the gym, for example, because most people go to the gym. Also, make it easy. Make it like 30 minutes. Don't try to work out for a bunch of times, so it's actually easier to stick to it. Make it attractive, reward yourself, make it satisfying. Put headphones or something, listen to great music while you work out. Be creative with it. Learning, most people stop their education once they finish school, but this is when the education really starts. So whatever you're interested in, your goals, ask yourself every single day before you start learning. Ask yourself, will I use this information for something immediate and important? This will make sure that when you actually learn, you learn the things that actually you are going to implement so that you actually remember them, which is always the key, and that these information are actually going to be used for something important for you, and you can, as I said, use them immediately. That's the 5th habit. And 6th habit is spirituality. I made goals for spirituality to spend every single day some time with God, whether it's praying or going to church or going to like spiritual community. I don't know how I see that in English, but like once you die, the only thing that actually is going to matter is like your spirituality. Like that's not the only thing, but that's like the biggest thing. You don't want to delay that. There's no I'm gonna do that later. Don't hope for completion of anything in life. Go find a little way to incorporate God every single day in your life, whether it's just 10 minutes of prayer, honest prayer. Let it be that. If you're an entrepreneur and want my help regarding becoming more productive, having less stress, having way better work-life balance, and more, click the link down in the description of this video, and see you everybody in another video.